For inequality, inequality, what should be alert or what should your basic is when you multiply, I go for the important notes here. When you multiply or divide by something negative value, you need to change your sign. You need to change your sign. Okay, you need to change your sign. So what's the reason? What's the concept behind this? Let's say I give you a value like 2 is less than 5. Logic? So logic, right? So when you add, let's say I add 3, here is 5, here is 8, it still hold the inequalities less than. When I minus, it give us -1 and 2. It still hold the inequalities, right? But when I doing multiplication, if multiplication with positive number, let's say 2, 2 times 2 becomes 4, 2 times 5 becomes 10. It still hold the status of inequalities. But if you operate with negative value, like you multiply with -2, here will become -4. Another side here will become -10. So is it -4 still less than -10? No, -4 is bigger than -10. So that's why when we doing inequalities, when you're doing multiplication or divided by negative value, you have to inverse your sign. You have to change your sign. Same like you want to divide by -1. When you divide by -1, this is -2. This is -5. So their inequality status will not be whole, right? So -2 is bigger than -5. So when you're moving your value to the left hand side, so you have to be careful with this multiplication and division by negative things. Change the sign. Okay, you can see the example here, like question A. So this is our inequality less than equal. So when I want to move the negative, you are divide by -1, right? So we change the sign, it becomes -6. At the same step, you divide that negative, that symbol of the inequality, you change it. For question 2, B, 2x greater than 1. You just want to divide the 2. What we have here, okay, so what we have here is just linear. When we're meeting linear means our x in terms of power 1 only, we can move around. Left hand side, right hand side, we go. But when you're meeting in quadratic, we were doing in quadratic, got x squared, we are doing another way, must undergo factorization. Okay, that will be our basic actually. Meeting linear, left hand side, right hand side, you can move. Quadratic, doing factorization. So for this, so you can move 2 to the right hand side, it will be divided by 2. So if question C, 2x less than -6, you just want to divide 2, right? So divide 2 doesn't affect your sign. You will come to answer of -3. So question D, all these are linear, just moving around. Just moving around. So move your x to the left hand side, we get x. Move the 1 to the right hand side, we get -6. For question E, you want to multiply 3. You want to find x. So you will be multiplied with 3. No problem. We just multiply it to the right hand side. It will become 3/2. So for question F, also in linear form, means that we can move the value to the right hand side. Then we find for x. To find x, we will times 5. So times 5, nothing changed with the sign. We will maintain it as greater and equal. It will become 5/2. for question G, still move the value to the left hand side. So all I'm doing here is, I repeat, is linear. Try to maintain x at left hand side. The value go to the right hand side. We simplify it to find x. Alright, so this one simplify, it becomes just minus 7. So it will become negative 4. But the next step, we're going to divide by negative 4. Right? So we have to change our sign. So for h, also linear. We're doing linear. When you see your x is power of 1, be linear. Maintain your x at left hand side, value go to the right hand side. Then you can get your answer already. So expand this, 3x minus 3. Then this x at the right hand side, move to the left hand side, become plus x. You get 4x. Negative 3 to the right hand side, plus 3, you get 4. Then divide 4. To find your x, you're going to divide 4. So when you divide 4, nothing change to the sign. You will maintain x greater than 1.